Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to continue working on this 1FZ engine rebuild for this 1997 Toyota Land Cruiser. Here we are with two brand new exhaust manifolds. The old ones, I mean, they're not cracked or in bad shape or anything, but these suckers are stuck in there really good. So I just ordered two new ones. Anytime you get these kinds of parts on, put them side by side with the old ones. Make sure they match, make sure they're the same. They're the correct ones. Then the next thing you want to do is make sure all the surfaces are flat. Put a flat edge, especially against this surface, at a few different angles to make sure it's flat and it hasn't been machined incorrectly or warped since it was manufactured. I already did that. They are flat. They're good to go. We've got brand new multi-layer steel factory OEM exhaust manifold gaskets on there. Don't use those squishy kind of grated cheese looking gaskets that come with these. You don't want to do that. Those will burn out. You'll end up with an exhaust leak. Use the correct ones. The other thing, brand new exhaust manifold studs. If you already have gotten this far, put new studs on there, please. There we go, that's on there. The other thing you want to do is get brand new exhaust manifold nuts. That is the part number 90179-10128. Make sure you use them because, let me show you why. These are special split top locking nuts. So the top is slightly deformed. I don't know if you can see in the video. It's not a perfect circle, and it's also split, and they lock into place. They are specific for exhaust manifolds and a lot of the other exhaust connections on the vehicle. Make sure you get brand new ones. Technically, these are not reusable. A lot of people reuse them. You can if you want to risk it, but you might end up with leaking exhaust joints here and there. They're not terribly expensive if you're already to this point in your rebuild, or if you're just pulling the manifold off and back on. Just go ahead and replace them. I'm going to get a few of these nuts just hand tight on there so that this manifold stays on. We're going to get the other one placed on here. Put a couple of nuts on here so it doesn't fall off. Just hand tighten them. Now that we've got all the nuts started, we're going to gently tighten them down until they're snug. We're just going to use the impact to get them snug. That's it. Don't tighten them down with the impact. There you go.
It's not even tight.
That's it. Now use your ratchet to get them nice and snug. Good job, man. Now go through with your torque wrench, set it to 30 foot-pounds. I think factory spec is 29 foot-pounds. We just set it to 30. And you want to torque all of them down to 30 foot-pounds. Good job, man. Now you want to go back and check all of them again and make sure they're at 30 foot-pounds, because you've got a lot of the pressure off of the gasket, or I guess onto the gasket. You might need a little bit of additional torque on each of the bolts, or the nuts, I should say. There we go. Brand new exhaust manifolds. By the time we're done with this thing, there's not going to be anything old left on it. What do you think, man?
What about that?
Crank pulley? I know I ordered a new one. I just can't find it. There's been parts in boxes. I mean, that looks brand new.
But it's still old?
It is old.
What about this?
We just put new clothes on it. It looks new.
What about this?
There's nothing wrong with those. You're making...
What about that?
You're taking away my happiness, man. Stop.
Aww.
We're waiting on these two little half moons. I ordered some brand new ones before we actually put the valve cover on, and I also ordered some bolts, OEM Toyota bolts that don't necessarily go to the 1FC, but they're, in my opinion, way better than the 1FC valve cover bolts. I'll show you what those are on the next video. We put a brand new OEM grommet in there and a PCV valve. It's a one-way valve that'll let pressure out but not in. That is the OEM part number for the PCV valve 12204354040. Now we've got, what is this, Aiden?
Oil
Pressure
thing, gauge.
oil pressure sensor.
Oh.
Yeah. Brand new OEM oil pressure sensor. Here is the factory part number 83520600040. When you're rebuilding a motor, make sure you put a new pressure sensor in there. Let me show you where that goes. Look on this side of the motor, down here on your oil cooler. There's a little port right there. That's where your oil pressure sensor goes. Get that started on there. I put a little bit of thread sealer tape on there, some oil resistant thread sealer. And then you want to get yourself a 14 millimeter open-ended wrench. And it'll fit right there. Tighten it up nice and snug. There we go. Brand new oil pressure sensor. We're ready to put the valve cover on, and we finally got the 2 half moon pieces. I ordered one, forgot to order a second one. We're using brand new half moon seals for the front of the cylinder head. And if you didn't know, these are there as part of the machining process so that you could reach these bolts right here, or I guess this bolt, not these bolts. And then during the machining process, they have to machine with a big old long rod these little grooves right here that all of the bearing surfaces sit in. And obviously they can't do that if this surface was enclosed. And then after the machining process is done, you've got to plug those holes back up. That's why these little half moon pieces exist. You put them back in, you seal them up, and then you put the valve cover on. If you want to order brand new little half moon pieces for your engine rebuild, this is the part number right here. I'll also put a link down in the description. 11183-50010. That's the same part number no matter what generation of 1FZ motor you're running. Now you want to use some Toyota FIPG, the form in place gasket on the bottom side of these. I'm going to put a decent amount to get good coverage. Then put them in place and sort of line them up, sort of squish them in. Then on these 4 corners, right here, right here, right here, and right here, we want to put a little dab of FIPG, just like that, like that. And it's okay if it's a little bit messy, like that. Here's our brand new painted, well, it's our used valve cover, but we've got it cleaned, primed, and painted. You can tell we've got the bottom all cleaned up. We've got to get these little round rubber gaskets, the donuts in there. So let's go and do that. Okay. There we go. We're gonna push all of our new donuts in here. There we go, all of those are in. I used a little 1 7/16 inch socket to smack them in with a little tiny hammer. Just be gentle. Now we want to put our brand new valve cover gasket in. Make sure you use an OEM Toyota one. The aftermarket ones, if you can't find a Toyota one, are okay, but from my experience, the Toyota gaskets, some people call these O-rings. It's not exactly an O shape, but it's kind of an O-ring. They are a much better quality than the aftermarket ones. So if you can, use a Toyota gasket for your valve cover. Now that you got your new gasket all in, gently flip this over and put it in place. You want to be careful and take your time, especially if you're doing this in the car on the motor, and make sure that the valve cover gasket doesn't slip or fall out of place. You also want to make sure that you line up all of the tubes with the individual little rubber donut gaskets that you've got in there. Get them all lined up. Make sure they're in place. Gently press them each into place. There we go. Perfect. Let me show you this trick that a lot of people don't know. It's not a trick, it's just my personal preference. This is the OEM, brand new, 1FZFE valve cover bolt. These are the ones that if you look up the parts diagram, they fit right here, all across the edge. This is also an OEM Toyota valve cover bolt, but it has this washer built in. What this washer does is give it the ability to have constant torque on the valve cover. It's got a spring washer built in and a rubber spring grommet built in as well. This exact valve cover bolt has an OEM Toyota part number. Let me show you. This is the part number for the 1FC valve cover bolts, which are this one right here, 90105-06221. If you want to order those, order those. These valve cover bolts, the ones with the constant torque washer and rubber grommet built in, they are 90080-10330. I prefer these. They are OEM Toyota, and they are used in a whole bunch of valve cover applications, just not the 1FZ. What this does is give you constant torque, no matter what the expansion and contraction is that happens from heating and cooling with all of the different materials that are going on here. They're the same thread, they're the same length, they just have that constant torque washer and rubber grommet built into them. They're fantastic. Some people might argue with me on this one, they have in the past, but I can tell you from my experience, these work great and they help your valve cover gasket last longer. Now, obviously, if your valve cover gasket is old and dry and turned into rock, it's time to replace it anyway. But while your valve cover gasket is new, I prefer to install these instead of these. We've got all of these with the threads started, just hand tight. We've got our torque wrench. We're gonna set it to about 52 inch-pounds. Bro, wrong direction. You're going 300 and something.
That's a while.
Yeah, it will take a while. Go back down, 52. I hope you guys have enjoyed the journey and just watching the trials and tribulations on this thing. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time.